Hello, WHCM 88.3 FM Palatine, Illinois, and this is Causers Curtain Call. I just want to open this up a little bit today with the overture to Everyday Rapture with Cher Renee Scott. Hello, my best friends. Again, this is Causer with Causers Curtain Call. I do feel like in a dancing mood today, but I just want to remind you that you are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are my own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Okay, so right now, I do want to kind of just wiggle our toes real fast, and we're going to go into the Superbia Quartet, or perhaps the Superbia Workshop. Ready?
The color scheme for the day is black, red, black. The drug, of course, will be the kilowatt. The trend today is to say the adjective fun a lot. Star, you have received 2 nominations, Face of the Year and Best Hair. Prepare a speech for your photo opportunity. Your agent 10% will be there.
Everyone who ever has or ever will be, anyone will be there. Never in the history of entertainment will there be an affair quite like it, the event of the century, the quintessential social adventure. We cannot afford to miss this night of bliss, the 31st annual Face Awards presentation ceremony, live via satellite in color, in a marvelous glamorama. Everyone will be there.
A nomination for a Face Award.
A Face Award.
Let's plug in.
Does this mean that I'll be on the air?
You already were last night. What a sight you were.
I was.
You played with my laser. You thought it was a razor. I'm positive that's what caused such a scene.
We can get on the air. My music box on the air. Where? Who? What does this mean?
Everyone who ever has or ever will be, anyone will be there. That sophisticated, effervescent, charismatic, incandescent, debonair. The event of a century, the quintessential social adventure. We cannot afford to let you miss your debut.
The 31st annual Face Awards presentation ceremony, live via satellite in color from the marvelous glamorama. Everyone will be there. Everyone who ever has or ever will be, anyone will be there. Never in the history of entertainment will there be an affair quite like it, the event of the century, the quintessential social adventure. We cannot afford to miss this
Anytime somebody plays Tick Tick Boom, I always go, "Are you going to do the Superbia workshop?" They're like, "No. There's like 3 of us here." But I do want to say, do you know what Windex on a window sounds like? This Giselle Jimenez, listen to this real quick, just this sound.
Everyone who ever has or ever will be, anyone will be there. That sophisticated, effervescent, charismatic, incandescent, debonair.
That is incredible. I love her voice so very much. I'm not going to shout. I'll just say I love it very much. So we're going to do some new releases real quick because I'm very excited. For those of you that haven't heard yet, just last week, Rainbow High with Rachel Zegler came out with the new Evita. So let's start that real quick. Here's Rainbow High featuring Rachel Zegler.
I don't really think I need the reasons why I won't succeed. I haven't started. Let's get this show on the road. Let's make it obvious. Pedal is off and rolling.
Eyes, hair, mouth, finger, dress, voice, style, movement, hands, magic, rings, glamour, face, diamonds, excitement.
I came from the people. They need to adore me. So Christian Dior me from my head to my toes. I need to be dazzling. I want to be rainbow. They must have excitement, and so must I.
Hair, mouth, figure, dress, voice, style, movement.
I'm the product. It's vital you sell me. So Machiavelli me, make an Argentine rose. I need to be thrilling, and I shall be rainbow. They need their escape, and so do I.
Hair, mouth, figure, dress, voice, style, movement, hands, magic, rings, glamour, face, diamonds, excitement.
All my blasphemy saddles expect me to outshine the enemy. The aristocracy, I won't disappoint them. I'm their savior, that's what they call me. So Lord, if I call me, anything goes. To make me fantastic, I have to be rainbow high in magical colors. You're not decorating a girl for a night on the town, and I'm not a second-rate queen getting kicks with a crowd. Next up, you'll be Europe. The rainbow's gonna pour to rest up somewhere to go. We'll put on a show. Look out, mighty Europe, because you wanna know what you're gonna get in me. Just a little touch of Argentina's brother star quality.
And that was Rachel Zegler doing Rainbow High from Evita. That's actually the production that Jamie Lloyd did over at the Regent's Park. And then, what was it, Samantha Pauly, who you know from Catherine Howard in Six the Musical on Broadway. She was the one that actually originated this version that Rachel Zegler is doing right now. But the other thing that just came out, real quick I want to play, is Aaron Tveit. They did a little snippet from Chess of One Night in Bangkok. Again, just a little snippet, but we're going to listen to that.
Bangkok, Oriental setting, and the city don't know what the city is getting. The creme de la creme of the chess world, in a show with everything but Yule bread. Time flies, doesn't seem a minute since the Tyrolean Spa had the chessboards in it. All changed, don't you know that when you play at this level, it's no ordinary venue. It's Iceland, or the Philippines, or Hastings, or this place. One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. The bars are temples, but the pearls ain't free. You'll find a god in every golden cloister, and if you're lucky, then the god's a she. I can feel an angel
There's our boy, Aaron Tveit. That's the new Chess coming out. And I know, now you're going to say, well, what about Christopher Nicholas? But we're not doing ballads right now. Listen to that song later. I just wanted to play One Night in Bangkok with that gorgeous voice. Okay, so now you know about Jennifer Lopez coming out with Kiss of the Spider Woman. This was long talked about. Everyone kept wondering when it was going to happen. So we're going to have Kiss of the Spider Woman by Jennifer Lopez.
Or later, you're certain to meet in the bedroom, the parlor, or even the street. There's no place on earth you're likely to miss her kiss. Sooner or later, in sunlight or gloom, when the red candles flicker, she'll walk in the room, and the curtains will shake, and the fire will hiss. Here comes her kiss. And the moon grows dimmer at the tide's low ebb, and her black beads shimmer, and you're aching to move, but you're caught in the web of the Spider Woman in her velvet cape. You can scream, but you cannot escape. Sooner or later your love will arrive, and he touches your heart. You're alert and alive, and there's only one pin that can puncture such bliss: her kiss. Sooner or later you bathe in success, and your minions salute. They say nothing but yes, but your power is empty. It fades like the mist once you've been kissed. And the moon grows dimmer at the tide's low ebb, and your breath comes faster, and you're aching to move, but you're caught in the web of the Spider Woman in her velvet cape. You can run, you can scream, you can hide, but you cannot escape.
And there was Jennifer Lopez with Kiss of the Spider Woman. You know, I saw a production of Kiss of the Spider Woman at the Signature Theater back in, I don't know, 2008 or 2009. And Natasha Diaz was the Spider Woman. And also it had Hunter Foster, Sutton Foster's brother, and then Will Chase from the last recording of Rent. He was Roger. So it was those three. And Natasha Diaz, you'll remember, she was up for Cassie in the Every Little Step documentary about a chorus line. And then Charlotte Demboise, not Dembois, but Demboise, came walking in. And I'm sure every single woman there was just like, oh, okay, so then we're not here for Cassie anymore since Charlotte's here. And then, of course, Charlotte went on and did it for 2 years on Broadway, and she was incredible. But Natasha Diaz, I saw her play Spider-Woman, and she was incredible. Redwood from Idina Menzel. That's the next song I want to play for you. I thought it was a brilliant idea. It didn't last too long. It was Idina Menzel and Tina Landau, who also just did Floyd Collins, directed that on Broadway. But I thought it was so cool. Everybody, it was like about tree climbers, and they were going on vacation, and it was kind of a very serious subject of what Idina Menzel was dealing with, her character, but it was very cool with all this choreography where people were like on these wires, and they were bouncing off and climbing up trees and kind of zigzagging around each other in the air, and I thought it was a gorgeous idea. So we're going to do In the Leaves from Redwood. This is Idina Menzel.
the calm again, and I'll stay by your side. Feel the ground we share, though I'm in the air. In your arms, I feel safe again. In the leaves, I am home again. In the green, I can now begin living in the leaves. Take their turns with us. Hell, when you smile, green and gold, as your body sways, music starts to play. In your arms, I feel joy again. In the leaves, I'm a kid again. In the green, I can now begin laughing in the leaves. I can feel your warmth, hear your humming breath as we connect. Would you hold my hand as we in your arms, I'm a bird, I'm the wind, I'm the sun. Spin me round, dim me down. In the leaves, sing to me.
This is Causers Curtain Call, and that was Idina Menzel with In the Leaves from Redwood. Just to remind you, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are my own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. And just to remind you, I do have the Instagram account. You can find me on CausersCurtainCall on Instagram. You can also email me at CausersCurtainCall@gmail. That's CAUSERS, curtaincall @gmail. Also, you can go to HarperRadio.com if you want to look up our schedule and see everything that we have to offer next week and this week and the months coming up. And then also, really quickly, have you heard of a production called She Loves Me? We have that going on here at Harper. I just want to read a little bit of a commercial that I have for you with a little bit of a sweetener that I made. She Loves Me. The Harper College Theater Ensemble presents this year's musical, She Loves Me. Perfumery shop clerk Somalia and George, who rarely see eye to eye, both respond to a lonely heart's ad where the identity of their admirers remains unknown, but then they are startled to discover who their true loves really are. Directed by Kevin Long, the production will be running from November 14th to the 23rd in the Performing Arts Center. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. Wednesday to Saturday, and on Sunday nights it'll start at 2 p.m. Okay, so Sunday, let's say during the day. It'll start at 2 p.m. And just remind you, the show starts at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesdays to Saturdays. Matinees on the Sundays, of course. She Loves Me. Go check it out. All right, so I just want to move into a little bit of a new section here. We've done the new releases. I was kind of going over my old stuff this week, and I saw little baby Laura Benanti's name on my track for Swing, the musical, and it reminded me of all the Gap ad commercials, where in 1998, you remember it started off with like this khaki swings, and then that kind of brought this weird whole swing craze back into America in the late 90s. And then they also had like Mambo. Remember when the Gap ad had Mambo from West Side Story? And it was just like, I don't know, swing dancing was everywhere for a little bit. And then Swing, not less than a year later, opened December 1999 on Broadway, which is just incredible. So it took this wave that was happening. It met the moment in the zeitgeist, and basically they were able to come up with this idea, workshop it, raise the money, cast the entire thing, find internationally incredible swing dancers, and then they had this chorus of 4 main dance singers that kind of sang every single song. It was like Duke Ellington, and like, I don't know, Zoot Suit Riot, that kind of big bang stuff. And one of the singers' little debut was Laura Benanti. So here, we're going to do my favorite from there. It is 2 and 4, Hit Me With a Hot Note.
Oh, I missed the boat. How did I miss the action? I want to swing, be driven to distraction. I long to jump and jive, no, to really feel alive, no. My inhibitions cast aside, I want to take this jazzy ride.
Baby, we gotta set you free, 'cause baby, you snap on the 1 and 3. If you wanna swing it, try it once more. You do it on the 2 and 4. That's in the pocket.
2 and 4.
Feel the beat.
2 and 4.
Hold on and lock it on the 2 and 4, and you'll feel the heat.
Funny, something's happening now. Things my body wouldn't allow. Goodbye to my square days, 'cause I know the score.
You do it on the 2 and 4. 2 and 4.
You're playing with fire.
2 and 4.
My temperature mounts.
2 and 4.
You're taking me higher. Play that swinging rhythm and watch what happens. Hit me with a hot note and watch me bounce. Hit me with a hot note and watch me bounce. When trumpets heat up, give me a rock to beat up. Hit me with a hot note and watch me bounce. Oh, oh. Hit me with a hot note and watch me burn. Slap me down with rhythm from stem to stern. When saxes flare up, how can I keep my hair up? Hit me with a hot note and watch me bounce. Start that trombone sliding. Oh, while I gather steam. Oh, oh, oh. Keep that tempo riding, and I'll come in right on the beam. Hit me with a hot note me, knock me out with rhythm in great amounts. Oh, let that beat wave, we're gonna have a heat wave. Hit me with a hot note and watch me bounce. Start that trombone sliding while I gather steam. Keep that tempo riding and I'll come in right on the beam. Let that beat wave,
We're gonna have a heat wave.
hit me with a hot note.
Make the Fahrenheit soar.
Just hit me with a hot note on the two and
And that was Laura Benanti and 2 and 4, Hit Me With a Hot Note from Swing. My point that I was trying to make before I realized I was just talking too long and needed to start the song was that in less than a year, they took this craze and they were able to have the funds and everything and throw the show up, and it was a success. I mean, because of the zeitgeist, it was able to run for almost 500 performances. So, I mean, how is that not a success? And my point is that is not able to, you can't achieve that today. It's just, you'd have to spend so much time, first of all, trying to get into a Broadway theater. You have to find all the backers, the producers, you have to get the funds. I mean, by the time you would actually get to the point where you can move into a space, it would be over. The craze would be over. Nobody would actually care about the swing dancing or whatever was in the moment that year before. I just think it's incredible to think about. And we have this new musical, Starry. And I dropped around, like, I don't know, November 2020. And these creators just kind of put out this original concept album about the Starry Night. And I really hope that, well, I mean, I bet you in the next 5 years we're going to see it somewhere. Absolutely. I mean, who cares where it is as long as it gets done, right? But I really am pulling for these creators. And this is about Van Gogh's famous piece.
Now it appears, after clouded mornings of obscurity, it brought me here to prepare a palette for infinity. When the sunlight fades away, the fragments of the day glitter like smoke through a kaleidoscope. The sight of the starry night makes me whole. It's clear to see the night uncovers richer colors than the day. If you look carefully, you'll notice there's no darkness, no black or brown or gray. The sky is full of light, swirling in spirals bold and bright, circling through its golds and greens. The sight of the starry night makes me dream. God, let my brushstrokes become interwoven, keep me alive, clarified and unbroken. Let me descend into steady emotion, give me the strength against all my erosion. For these the colors of my legacy, when what's hanging on a wall is the only thing that's left of me. Do the answers wait for us afar, until death takes us up to a star? What happens when we die? The answer's in the sky. The dawn's no guarantee, but the sight of the starry night, the sight of the starry night makes me free.
that was The Starry Night from the musical Starry. What you should do, actually, is you should go to their website and just start to click on their tracks, kind of follow them on social media. I mean, anything you do. You should try and just kind of look them up. I mean, I really hope we see them very soon. Just remember, you're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. The thoughts and ideas presented on this show are my own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Also, remember that there's HarperRadioFM on Instagram. You can follow me, CausersCurtainCall on Instagram. Also, my Gmail, CausersCurtainCall@gmail. If you have any questions about tracks I might own, or if I'm not really playing certain songs that you're hoping to, remember, we'll get there. There's a lot of songs. There's a lot of musical theater out there. Starry, a new musical that was off of basically Van Gogh. And then if you think about that, that kind of goes towards Sunday in the Park with George. But when I was reading the James Lapine book, putting it together, he's talking about that time where he was working on Gallery, or where Edward Cleban, who was one of the lyricists, I guess you could say, for a chorus line. But then you're like, but that was all taken from interviews. So, well, I'm not going to bring up the thing why he always had a chip on his shoulder. I mean, that's why he had a chip on his shoulder. But Edward Cleban asked James Lapine if he'd come and they could work on this musical called Gallery, which was basically like a museum of paintings. And each painting was going to turn into this its own kind of little small musical. And its little like short form, whatever was happening in the painting. And then James Lapine was like, you know what, I'm not really digging this. It's not my vibe. I think I'm just going to jump ship. And then 2 years later, in 1982, he was hanging out with Sondheim, and he was like, you know what'd be really interesting? You know that one famous painting? The Jata, the Sunday in the Park of the Grand Jata. You know what I'm talking about. The painting that Sunday in the Park with George is based off of. And they both wrote it. And then obviously it became the success that it is today. And then Edward Cleban was like, hey, James, I'm suing you because 2 years ago, what were we working on? And it didn't amount to anything. I mean, basically, they just never spoke to each other again. But there was a musical on Broadway called A Class Act. And it was all of Edward Cleban's songs. And he asked after he had passed away if somebody would turn all of his work into a musical, which his good friends did. And here is my favorite song from it called Better.
I've been fat, I've been thin, thin is better. I've been out, I've been in is better. I have lost and I have won, losing isn't any fun. Rain is fine, but when it's done, sun is better.
I've been poor, I've been rich, rich is better. Fancy or not a stitch, which is better?
I've been healthy and in pain, pain is reason to complain. Ask someone who's been insane, sane is better.
You and I is better, think and you'll agree. Better than just you, better than just me. All our days, what we called fun was better.
All my nights, every last one was better.
Go improve on better, put it to the test. When you've convalesced, here's what I'd suggest. Better look me up and settle for the best.
Loved your songs, woke up humming Paris through the window. See you
Tuesday. I've been good, I've been bad, bad is better. Needs okay, having just had is better.
I woke humming Paris. See you
Wednesday, I've been fire, I've been ice, I've been naughty, I've been nice. I've been naughty once or twice, twice is better.
You and I is better, it's a better tune. Better soon than late, better now than soon. And soon, surprise, life is short.
a certain chime.
Rhyme is better.
I started my own record label.
I just scored the new Sidney Pollack movie.
I started a workshop in Toronto.
I became a brassiere model.
I dated a brassiere model.
I'm playing Ada Wanny on the road.
Barbara Streisand's recording one of my songs.
How'd you get that?
Charlie, you and I is better. Morning, night, and noon. Better soon than late. Better now than soon. It's a cinch. People in pairs is better. In a pinch, someone who cares is better. Please return to better. It's upon request. When you've gone for less, here's what I suggest. Bring it all on home and settle for the
And that was Better from a Class Act with Lonnie Price playing Edward Cleban. You can also hear Julia Murney's voice in there. Right up on the top. Isn't she amazing? All right, so this is kind of getting to be a downer, right? Bringing all that up. I just wanted to bring a little bit of history up. I always thought it was funny that Gallery was starting to be worked at Joe Papp's house, you know, the public theater, in 1980, or it always says early 1980s. I think that's on purpose. You can't actually find any notes about the actual days that they walked into the public theater and started writing Gallery. It just always says early 1980s. But then they sure as heck know when Sunday in the Park with George started to be written, because that's 1982. So it seems very close, but obviously everyone loved each other in the end, so it's okay. All right, let's get out of this funk. I want to add some funk to the lineup. We're going to do Take It Up a Step, and this is from the revival of Some Like It Hot.
You can't cross the finish line if you don't run the race. And you can't hit the peak without the climb. You can't get to where you want if you just stand in place. You're never gonna get your fill with both your drumsticks standing still. You can't hit the other side without the trip at sea. The welcome doesn't come without the schlep. So when you think the work is done, well, honey, take a tip from me. Yeah, ladies, wake it up and shake it up and take it up a step.
Des Moines! Des Moines!
'Cause when the lock won't set you free, perhaps it's time to change the key. If where you're at ain't sounding great, then doll, it's time to modulate. The devil's right behind you. Girls, this is no place to stop. Ladies, take it up a step so we can take it to the top.
Omaha!
Omaha!
When we were all just little girls and music called the name, we sat alone just fingering our scales.
You can't take a shortcut on the rocky road to fame. Your embouchure must come of age
Before you step onto the stage, so when we hit the bandstand for the time to sink or sail, we all were pros because we did the prep.
'Cause when the rhythm starts calling,
And it's time for you to, well, yeah, ladies, wake it up and make it up and take it up a step.
Wichita! Wichita!
Take it up a step. Now showbiz is a big prize fight. It hits you with a left and right. Just one false step will take you to the mat. But if you rise up from all fours, the next big hit just might be yours. You'll be a knockout kid in no time flat. Nobody wants to go flat. So if you think your swing is swung, just keep on climbing rung by rung.
for when your life shows nothing new,
The next rung up might change your view. We got no choice except to prove our show ain't gonna flop.
yeah, we've got to keep on moving.
Yeah, we got to keep on moving.
Feel that beat beneath the bump.
Feel that beat beneath the bump.
Ladies, take it up a step so we can take it to the top. Take it to the top.
And that was Take It to the Top from Some Like It Hot, the revival. Incredible. Okay, so I want to bring up one song that was cut from the 2024 London revival of Starlight Express. You know, they brought it back and it was playing forever in Australia and Germany, and then they bring it back to London and they cut the absolute best song in the entire musical. My favorite. I don't want to be over dramatic, but it was the saddest day of my life. So I'm going to play it real quick so that we can all remember how incredible the song Call Me Rusty from Starlight Express is.
Woo, 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 woo. Nobody can do it like a steam train. It's rusty. Split. Hide.
Out of the way. Anyone can do it to a steam train.
Woo, 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 woo. Nobody can do it like a steam train.
You got it for a steam train?
Should do. Nobody can do it like a steam train. Who can do it like a steam train?
He said nobody.
So he's nobody.
I, nobody. Nobody.
Steam train.
That'll teach you to show some respect for Diesel.
'Cause Diesel is gonna win.
Okay, Rusty.
Okay, steam train.
Okay, Rusty.
Call me Rusty if you like. Rusty's how I look and Rusty's my name. Slow corrosion is eroding my frame. Call me Rusty if you like. Call me Rusty if you must. It isn't nice, but I admit that it fits. For a dead-end engine falling to bits. Call me Rusty if you like.
Come on, Rusty, come on, Rusty, come on, Rusty.
This is not the dream I dreamed when they first lit my fire. Mainline coaches ring behind and my steam rose higher. Switching and hitching at everyone's call never occurred in my vision at all. But when they start the racing and you notice the steam, you know it's me that's moving on and proving you should listen to your dream. Call me Rusty if you dare, 'cause when you see me on the finishing line, and when I take the place that's rightfully mine, call me Rusty if you dare.
Listen to this big shot talking, he seems to imply. All the trains will just move over and let him by. Rusty cannot believe all that stuff. You mustn't go racing, you're not tough enough. You'll either be 100 miles away at the back, or worse, they'll find you scattered in a million rusty pieces round the track.
Call me Rusty if you dare, 'cause when you see me on the finishing line, and when I take the place that's rightfully mine, call me Rusty.
Hello, Rusty, good boy, Rusty. Hello, Rusty, good boy, Rusty.
Call me Rusty, I don't care.
That was Call Me Rusty from Starlight Express. And I want to bring up real quick at the Rec Center here at Harper College, we have what is called the GOAT event. Students, do you want a free shaker bottle? How about the chance to win a free Apple iPad? From Monday, September 15th to Sunday, November 23rd, the Rec Center is holding a contest to become a Rec Center GOAT. All you have to do is activate your free student membership and utilize the Rec Center 20 times. Questions? Contact Laura Krisman at 847-925-6802. That's, again, your free student membership and utilize the Rec Center 20 times. Questions? Contact Laura Krisman at 847-925-6802. And the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are my own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. But if you want to DM me or email me, remember I have CausersCurtainCall at Instagram, and I also have it at Gmail. We have HarperRadioFM on Instagram, and then we also have the HarperRadio.com. Show you everything that we have coming up. Really cool stuff. A whole plethora of different shows, different styles, anything you like. Now, I want to bring up, because I have some friends, some loved ones that had just finished performing Hedwig back home in Maryland. And I want to bring up one of my favorite songs ever, Wick, from The Secret Garden. One of my favorite stories is that Stephen Trask, from the writer from Hedwig, who also did Spring Awakening, he always brings up how him and John Karen Mitchell would be working on Hedwig together. And John Karen Mitchell, right before a song would happen, he'd go, a 5, 6, 7, 8. And then John Trask would just pause and go, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they always had a different idea of how they would count in, because one was music and one was musical theater, and they always kind of butted heads in a funny way. They laughed at it, but they would always count in a different way, and the other one would tack it on, and I just think that story is so cute. Here's John Cameron Mitchell doing Wick from The Secret Garden.
Yeah, up. Hello there, Mary.
Hey, up, hello there.
And why are you in such a bad temper?
The garden is dead, Dickon. It's the most forgotten place I've ever seen, with loose grey branches and dead roots and leaves all tangled up on the ground.
Now, did you take a real close look at anything? Mary, the strongest roses will fair thrive on being neglected if the soil is rich enough.
You mean it might be alive? But how can we tell?
Oh, I can tell if a thing is wick.
Wick? I've heard Ben say wick.
When a thing is wick, it has a life about it. Now maybe not a life like you and me, but somewhere there's a single streak of green inside it. Come and let me show you what I mean. When a thing is wick, it has a light around it. Maybe not a light that you can see, but hiding down below, sparks asleep inside it, waiting for the right time to be seen. You clear away the dead parts so the tender buds can fall. Loosen up the earth and let the roots get warm. Let the roots get warm. Come a mild day, come a warm rain, come a snowdrop a-coming up. Come a lily, come a lilac, comes to call, calling all of us to come and see.
When a thing is wick and someone cares about it and comes to work each day like you and me, will it grow?
It will.
Then have no doubt about it, we'll have the grandest garden ever seen. Oh, Dickon, I want it all to be wick. Would you come and look at it with me?
I'll come every day, rain or shine, if you want me. All that garden needs is for us to come wake it up.
Dickon, what if we save the garden? Then Uncle Archie takes it back. Or Colin wants it.
What a miracle that would be, getting a poor crippled boy out to see his mother's garden. Give a living thing a little chance to grow. That's how you will know if she is wick, she'll grow. So grow to greet the morning, leave the ground below. When a thing is wick, it has a will to grow and grow.
Come a mild day, come a warm rain, come a snowdrop a-coming up. Come a hill
of green below. And all through the darkest nighttime, it's waiting for the right time. When a thing is big, it will grow.
That was Wick from The Secret Garden. Now, I must have not been at a senior showcase in quite some time because all week long I've been in the mood to hear Lost in the Wilderness from Children of Eden. And I know, that's one of the ones that we all know quite well. But I don't know, I guess I haven't heard in quite some time. Here's Lost in the Wilderness, Children of Eden.
I never made this world, I didn't even lose it. And I know no one said it was fair. But they had a garden once, they had the chance to choose it. They gave it away, including my share. And now we're lost in the wilderness, lost crying in the wilderness. And if anyone's watching, it seems they couldn't care less. We're lost in the wilderness. You follow all the rules, you swallow all the stories, and every night you wish on a star, dreaming a day will come, trusting in allegories. And every morning, boy, look where you are, lost in the wilderness, lost, slowly dying in the wilderness, with no chance of living, boy, until you confess you're lost in the wilderness. Don't you ever watch the eagle fly to the sun and wonder how he got to feel so free? If you ever have, you know your journey's begun. Hey, what have you got to lose, boy, when already we are lost in the wilderness? And where we are headed, boy, I couldn't even guess. But off we go without a warning, running as we hit the ground, where our future lies a warning, where our hearts are outward bound. Till one bright and distant morning, we may stop and look around, and there, in the wilderness, finally we'll be found.
And that was Lost in the Wilderness from Children of Eden. I'm about to get out of here for the day. I do want to say real quick that the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are my own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. And just remember, this is WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. Now I want to go back to Be More Chill. We're going to do a song from Stephanie Hsu, who you remember as Joy, the daughter in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And then also we have the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And here is I Love a Play Rehearsal.
I love play rehearsal because it's the best, because it is fun. I love play rehearsal and I get depressed as soon as it's done. But not depressed as in like kill yourself depressed. No, I'm not into self-harm. Dude, I swear here, check my arm. See, I just use the word to emphasize a point. Show the passion that I've got. I am passionate a lot. I have mad gigantic feelings, red and frantic feelings about most everything. Like gun control, like spring. Like if I'm living up to all I'm meant to be. I also have a touch of ADD. Where was I? Oh, right. I love play rehearsal, 'cause you are equipped with directions and text. Life is easy in rehearsal. point that I'm getting to is sometimes life can't work out in the way it works out in the play. Like the only time I get to be the center of attention is when I'm Juliet or Blanche Dubois. And can I mention that was really one of my best roles? Did you see that? And no matter how hard I try, it's impossible to narrow down the many reasons why I love play rehearsal. I happiness cry whenever it starts. It's just so universal, getting to try playing so many parts. Most humans do one thing for all of their lives. The thought of that gives me hives. I've got so many interests I want to pursue. And why am I telling this to you? Guess there's a part of me that wants to back to play rehearsal. My brain is like bzz, my heart is like wow, because we're here at play rehearsal and it's starting. We're starting. It's starting soon.
Picture yourself in a living room, your pipe and slippers set out for you. I know you think that it ain't too far, but I hear a call of a lifetime ring. Felt the need to get up for it. Oh, and cut out the middleman.